Samson coming live from us from a volcano, because they're called volcano bonds to a certain extent, because it's going to be financing this Bitcoin city that's just in the surrounding this area of a volcano. And I'm wondering why any institutional bond investor would buy this.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Because it's got a 6.5% yield, and your yield on your current bonds of El Salvador that come due in 10 years is 13%.
Yes, but this bond has a Bitcoin component, and that is why it is called a Bitcoin bond. So when El Salvador is raising $1 billion in this first bond issuance, 500 million will be used to acquire Bitcoin. And then 500 million will go towards energy and mining infrastructure. So there is this war chest of Bitcoin backing this bond. And that dividend, or that coupon, actually increases after the 5th year. So for the first 5 years, it will be a 6.5% coupon. But then it accelerates to what I call a Bitcoin dividend, or a special dividend that is basically the Bitcoin being sold off, the $500 million worth of Bitcoin being sold off gradually, quarter by quarter.
Yeah.
So the El Salvador government will share that with the bondholders.
Why wouldn't, if a institutional bond investor was allowed to buy into this, so had the ability within the rules of the fund they invest to have exposure to crypto, why wouldn't they just buy Bitcoin straight up rather than have a 50% take?
Well, they could buy Bitcoin straight up, but usually the mandates or charters don't allow them to hold cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin.
But they'd be allowed to hold these bonds, you think, in the mandates?
Why not? It's just a bond.
But it's not just a bond, because it's related to Bitcoin, and as you say, 50% of it over a 5-year time frame, if indeed you manage to pay that back, would be able to be given based upon Bitcoin now. So do you think those mandates would allow them to buy in?
Well, that's really for them to figure out. But we're trying to structure this in a way that they can present it to their boards, their directors, as a normal bond, because it is a normal bond that just happens to have a large chunk of Bitcoin behind it. But even if they don't buy it, I don't really see a problem. There is Bitcoin's market cap is over $1 trillion. There's about $145 billion worth of stablecoins, and this is just from the Bitcoin industry, traders, whales, and this money will just pour in. I was in Turkey talking to my friend, the CEO of BTC Turk, Oscar, and I told him about this plan. I told him I'm going to El Salvador next, and I told him about the bonds. And in 2 seconds, he said, "I'm in for $1 million." And then I said, "Are you sure you don't want to think about it? Do you want to see the specs? Do you want to read more?" And he's like, "No, this is for the people of El Salvador." So the money will come in. There's another whale that I talked to just before coming on your show, and he said, "I'll take 20 million of it." So,
but Samson, is it not wrong to think that people shouldn't do their due diligence first?